So I recently came across a post of a lady who shared her experience of why she left her Nigerian church here in the UK to a predominantly white church. She gave her reason for leaving the church that is due to gossip, envy, and all kinds of negativity. And she also went on to express that she's happy in a new church, that no more drama, and she can just go to serve and worship. So of course, this kind of post will always come with some kind of opinions and reactions. So there seems to be so many mixed reactions. Some people applauded her for prioritizing her peace, while some criticized her for abandoning her own. So, but before I give my thought on this, I would like to say this. I think as Christians, not as Christians, we really need to do better. This isn't about who is right or who is wrong, but it's about doing things that are pleasing to God, first of all. It's so painful to admit this, but sadly, gossip has become so common in some church communities. Alongside favoritism, tribalism, and even forming all kinds of cliques. But I want to focus on gossip because that is the main root that causes every other thing. So, because when gossip is allowed to thrive, it breeds division, misunderstanding, and even resentment. And unfortunately, even some pastors and church leaders are not exempt from this. They listen to gossip and they act on it without discernment. I'm saying this from my own personal experience, not on hearsay. They say that church is like hospital. We all come to church with our brokenness, seeking healing. So, but why do you go to hospital? To get healed, right? And get better. So when come to church, why can't you be healed of whatever negativity or whatever things that you brought into church? Why remain on the same level and promoting things that shouldn't be carried on in church? So I can truly understand when somebody decides to leave a toxic environment that hinders their spiritual growth. So if an atmosphere begins to pollute your mind, your spiritual mind, drawing you away from God rather than drawing you towards God, I think the healthiest choice would be to step away. You're not going to worship man, you're going there to worship God. So if you're not getting that spiritual, growth, and your mind is being polluted, what's the point of going there? For us to grow spiritually, we should also pray to God to refine our characters. It's not enough going to church on a regular basis. Our life should be able to reflect Christ. And also that will include being intentional about building each other up, not tearing others down with gossip and division. So regarding the lady who left her former church, if leaving the church brought her peace, joy, and deeper walk with God, then I respect her decision. After all, we shouldn't forget that the church, the building is not the church. The church is the Christian. What matters most is our relationship with God. We shouldn't lose that focus. That is what matters most. Our relationship with God. That is the most important. Not the church that we go to. Because on the last day, it's not the church that you ask which church you attend. You know that, right? So please, let's strive to create church community where unity, peace, and encouragement are the norms and not the exception. This is really very important.